So finding your seated pose. You want to use a pillow to sit on. You can sit directly to your mat, or you can take a cushion underneath you as well, whatever you prefer. And as you find your seat, just giving yourself a moment to settle. And let's just begin with a few clearing breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth audibly. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, drawing through the back of the nose and the throat. Exhale, pushing all the way to the bottom of your breath. Inhale again. Exhale, ha. Inhale through the nose, close your mouth. Exhale through the nose. Breathing in, feeling that expansion of your breath. Exhale, let it go. Feel your body soften. Twice more. Inhale, expanding your lung capacity, filling up right to the top. Exhale. And then coming back to a natural pace of your breath. We're breathing in and out the nose. And allowing your mind to begin to follow your breath rather than your breath following your mind. And checking in with your posture, allowing your hips to root heavy, your tailbone to drop, your waist to relax. And at the same time, lifting up through your chest. Pull your elbows back, let your shoulders drop down. Relax your jaw, the tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. Gently pulling the chin in about a 1/4 inch towards your throat, lengthening through the back of your neck. And bringing your focus into the feeling of your inhale, expanding through the body. Your exhale, softening you down. Noticing where you feel the breath. Noticing any other sensations present. Maybe you notice the areas of tension, feeling of anticipation. And taking 3 or 4 more breaths here. And bringing your hands towards heart center. Pressing the palms together. As you breathe in, lift your heart up towards your hands. Exhale, bow your head towards your heart space. And simply feeling this heat between your hands. And bowing the thinking mind, the heart. Allowing the actions of your hands to flow from your heartfelt desires, from your inner and your deeper need. In the same way, allowing your practice today to be nurturing. Whatever that may mean for you this morning. Maybe it's finding some strength, some fire. Maybe it's finding our grace, softening into each pose. And trusting in your greater teacher. Just noting what brought you to your mat this morning. And taking one more deep breath in. Full breath out. And then lowering your hands down, lifting your head, fluttering your eyes open. Welcome. Glad you're here. My name is Lauren. Happy to guide you today. We're going to turn forward if you're not already facing forward on your mat. And we'll bring the right shin in front of the left. So easy seated pose, right shin in front of the left shin. And just waddle your hips back an inch or two so the tailbone starts to point back and you feel your sit bones anchor a little bit better. You have some more space between your heels and your groin. And then breathe in, reach your arms up, big breath. Exhale, hands float down in front of you. So let them land anywhere in front of you, wherever they may. And then tuck your chin. Just allow yourself to hang forward. Taking 3 deep breaths into your back body here. Maybe already feeling a stretch through your back and into your neck. I can add a little bit more here and interlace your hands to the back of your skull, wrapping your forearms around the sides of your head. Allow the weight of your arms to hang down. Breathe in, breathe out. As you're here in this fold, opening up your mid and upper back, draw your low belly in. And release your hands back down to the floor in front of you, and then walk your hands over towards your left side. Folding over your left knee, left thigh, allow your right hip to relax and soften down. Think of lengthening your right armpit away from your right hip crease, reaching that right armpit forward and down. Gently drawing it across to the left side as you pull your low belly back in. Breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing through that right outer hip, feeling the space from your right low ribs to the top of your hip crest. One more inhale breath. Exhale, fold forehead towards the left knee. And walking your hands back in, sit yourself up and plant your right foot to the floor in front of you. So left heel can hug in towards the groin, right foot plants, right knee is bent. And take your left hand out to the left side, left hand beside your hip, reach that right arm up and over, side bending towards your left. So side bending, pulling the shoulders down, lifting through the heart. And you gaze forward, and as you do, can you anchor that right sit bone back to your mat? Pressing gently into the right foot and allowing the knees to relax wide. As you breathe in, lift your heart up, rotate those right ribs up and back, starting to gaze towards the sky, looking up past your right elbow. Breathe in, breathe out. And one more big breath here, reaching through the right fingertips. And exhale to hold. And lower your right hand down and reach forward straight in front of you. So reaching forward towards the short or front edge of your mat. Pull your belly in, start to lean back, rock back, and then lean forward, come up onto your right foot, left knee. Right foot, left knee. Press your hips forward. And then draw your belly in and start to roll yourself back down to your seat. Rocking back and forward. Breathe in, lift up, come onto that right foot, left knee, press your hips forward. And anchor your hips back, down, sit down. Good, one more time. Breathe in, shift forward. Reach your arms up over your head, press your hips forward. One breath here, inhale, tuck your tailbone, lift your chest. And sitting back down, swiveling that left heel into the groin. Right leg extends long, left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Arms up again, inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin, fold forward, reach down for your right foot, right shin, right calf, whatever is available. Draw your low belly in and think about tucking the lower floating ribs towards your hip creases. Maybe pulling those right toes back towards your face to intensify the stretch through your right leg. Press the back of your right knee down to the earth, opening up. 2 breaths. Can you pull, bend your elbows down towards the floor, draw your shoulder blades back away from your ears, turtle the crown of your head towards your toes. And then releasing your foot, begin to sit yourself back up. Bring the bottoms of the feet together and the knees wide. Butterfly. For this butterfly, keep plenty of space between your heels and your groin. Grip onto your shins or to your ankles. And then pull forward, chest forward, bend your elbows, press them down towards your inner thighs. Using your elbows to press down towards your thighs or your knees, try to flatten your back. Roll your shoulder heads back, press your chest at your big toes, press down through your knees, anchor them towards the floor, and then lengthen all the way through your spine, look forward. Releasing the grip on your ankles, bring your right shin in and your left shin in front of your right. So finding your easy seated pose, left shin in front, waddle the hips back, anchoring the sit bones, tailbone points towards the back of the mat, space between your heels and your groin. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands landing down to the mat. Maybe you're noticing you're starting to fold forward a little bit deeper now. As the spine lengthens, the back opens. Send your breath into your back body, remembering the lungs exist 360 degrees around you. Letting that expansion of your breath start to move your back, start to open up. Maybe you interlace your hands towards the base of your skull, wrapping the forearms once more around the head. Tucking the chin, rounding in. Your elbows starting to aim towards your shin bones as you fold. Let your hands hang back down to the floor and then walk them over towards the right knee. Hands framing the right knee, pull your belly in and rotate your chest to face the right knee. Softening through your left hip, let it anchor down. Lengthen that left armpit away from your left sit bone, reaching it forward to the right, and then arcing it back down towards the earth. You can carry your head or let it hang, whichever feels best for your neck. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands back through center, sit yourself back up, and then pull the right heel in towards the groin, press the left foot to the floor in front of you. Right hand comes down beside your right hip, reaching up, left arm up and over. So left foot is planted, knees apart, relax through the groin. Lengthen through both sides of your torso, deepen your breath, re-engage with those full inhales, expanding as much as you can, exhaling all the way to the bottom of your breath. As you lengthen up and out through that left arm, soften through the left hip, press down into your left foot, and feel that engagement anchor down into your hip as you soften through your waist. Reach up through the heart, look up, and begin to rotate your gaze up, and your left ribs back and wide open. Sitting yourself back up, reach your arms forward in front of you. Pull your low belly in, lean back a few inches, and then rock forward, coming onto your right knee, left foot. Pressing your hips forward, opening up. And then tuck your tail, roll back, start to sit back down. Lean back to get some momentum if you need it. Rock forward, come up towards your right knee, left foot, press your hips forward. Draw your low belly in, begin to sit back. Once more. Breathing in, shifting forward. Exhale, rolling back. Good, rock forward once more. Let's come up. Arms up to the sky. Tuck your tailbone, press your hips forward, anchor down through your left heel, lift through your chest. And begin to sit back down, swiveling that right heel into the groin, extending your left leg long. Right foot meets your left inner thigh. Breathe in, arms come up. Exhale, tuck your chin, fold forward. Grabbing onto your left foot, left ankle, maybe your left calf. Finding a grip so that you can bend your elbows and pull your upper body towards your lower. As you do so, draw your belly button more towards your inner left thigh or towards the midline of your left leg rather than allowing it to float out towards the right side. And then press the back of your left knee down, opening up that space. As you bend your elbows, pull your shoulder blades back, lengthen through your neck. 2 breaths here. Beginning to release your foot, sit yourself back up, bring the bottoms of the feet together, the knees wide. Second butterfly, this time heels in tight towards your groin. Grab onto your toes, press your knees down. Inhale, draw your heart forward, pull your shoulder blades back and look up. Exhale, pull your belly button in, tuck your chin round forward. Think cat-cow. Breathe in, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades back. Exhale, round in, tuck your chin, fold. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, round in, forehead towards your toes. And begin to sit yourself back up. Swing your heels to the side or cross your legs as you come forward to tabletop or all fours, hands and knees. Taking a few hip circles here, rolling your hips back towards the right heel, the left heel, forward and around. Just making some big circular motions with your hips, lubricating the joints. And you can link this movement with your breath, breathing in as you shift forward and exhaling as you shift back. And when you're ready, switching that circle direction. Heading the opposite way, adding in any movements you like. You can bend your elbows, dip your shoulders, look left and right, rolling through your neck and your spine. And then positioning your knees directly underneath your hips and your hands right underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale breath, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, heart forward, look forward, cow shape. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Good, once more, breathe in, cow shape, tail lifts, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, round, tuck your chin, hold here. Find your strong cat, push the floor away, dome through the upper back.
Look towards the groin and then squeeze your knees and your wrists towards one another. So nothing's going to move on the mat, but you're isometrically holding this contraction, squeezing knees to wrists, wrists to knees. As you push the floor away, tuck that low belly in and your tailbone under. And then back off that engagement. Just allow everything to relax and soften. Take an inhale into your cow shape, tail up, look forward. Exhale, round to your cat, hold here. Pausing here, squeezing knees to wrist, wrist to knees. Now tuck your toes and hover your knees 1 inch above the mat. So keep those knees low to the floor. Push, push, push the floor away. Tuck your tail, squeeze, wrist to knees, knees to wrist. Those arms working, soften through your elbows. Draw your low belly back in. Take a big breath in and hold for your exhale. Good. One more inhale breath here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Good. So likely first downward dog of your day. So soften through your knees for a moment. Take a little bigger bend there. And then see if you can pull your low ribs in, knit them to your core. Use that action of engaging through your abs to press your pubic bone through your inner thighs to help lift and create space between your hips and your rib cage. And then take a little yes and no through your head, relaxing the neck, letting any tension go there. Stay strong through your arms. Soft elbows push down into the finger pads or the first set of knuckles through your hands. And then soften in the knees, drop your heels, allowing your heels to sink towards the floor, stretching through the back of your legs. Pull that low belly in again. Maybe you start to straighten out your legs a bit more as you keep your tail high, your breath strong. Begin to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to forward fold at the top of your mat. In your forward fold, grab onto the opposite elbows, let yourself hang, tucking your chin, maybe swaying side to side. Watch the tracking of your knees. Try to keep them in line with your middle toes. Can you lift through your sit bones? Use those glute muscles to press your sit bones up, stretching, lengthening the top of the hamstrings and supporting the low back in this fold with your glutes, pressing them high to the sky. And let your hands hang back down towards the earth. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins as you pull the heart forward and the shoulder blades back, feeling that contraction in your back. Head flat back here, weight is tilting into your toes, feeling that hinge in your hips, the contraction through your mid-back. And breathe in again here as you exhale, forward fold, round in. Inhale, halfway lift, finding length. Exhale, folding, rounding, forehead towards your shins. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, round. Bend your knees, root into your heels, arms wide, stand all the way up. Big breath in. Hands to heart center, breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms back up. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhale, step back, downward facing dog. Exhale, heel settle, hips high. In breath, shift your weight forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Bend your elbows, sliding them to the ribs all the way down. Anchor your feet, lift your chest, baby cobra, breathe in. Exhale, slow, lower. Once more, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Tuck your toes, breathe in, push up. Exhale, down dog, hips go up and back. Looking forward between your hands, bend your knees, step forward or hop forward, top of your mat. Breathe into your half with length and tilt your weight forward. Exhale, fold in, rounded, forehead closer to your shins. Bend your knees, root your eyes, arms wide, stand all the way up. Exhale, right arm under left, crossing at elbows, maybe wrists. And situating our shoulders first for this eagle wrap. Allow your shoulders to relax down so that they can start to stretch. And as you wrap your wrists a little tighter, try to keep those wrists straight. Press your forearms just gently forward. Then bend your knees, find your chair, anchoring down into your heels. Pick your right leg up and over your left. You can always use those right toes as a kickstand of support to the mat. Push your hips forward. Feel the low belly engage. Anchor down into your left heel. Try to align your tailbone over that left heel, your shoulders over your hips. Pull your knees back to the center line of your body. Find a focal spot for your gaze and bend your standing leg a little more. Begin to unwind your legs, unwind your arms. Breathe and sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, belly towards your thighs, head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold and round. Step your feet back, breathe in. Exhale, settle in, down dog. Inhale, high plank, shift your weight forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Knees can lower, then belly, then chest. Breathe in, baby cobra. Roll your shoulder blades back, anchor your feet. Exhale, lower down. Once more, inhale, baby cobra, lift a little higher. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes, breathe in, push up. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Look forward between your hands. Bend your knees, hop or step, feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, round in. Bend your knees, root to rise, arms wide, stand all the way back up. Left arm under right, coming to your eagle left side. And so maybe wrapping the wrists or the back of the forearms can always hug. Bend your knees. Start to anchor down into your legs and towards the earth. Feeling that rooting sensation of your tree as you find the stretch through your shoulders, elbows at the center line, shoulders relaxing down, forearms pressing gently forward. Left leg picks up and over the right. Try to eliminate the space between your thighs. So you can always be with the left toe in front, hugging both thighs to the center line. You're engaging through the front side, through that inner thigh line, widening and opening across your low back. Maybe that left toes wrap towards behind the right calf. And then can you bend your knees, shift your knees and your hips forward and anchor over that right heel, tailbone aligning above the heel, lengthening all the way up through the crown of your head. As you stretch the shoulders, strengthen the legs, sit a little deeper. As you feel this constriction, this wrap through your body, can you expand through your rib cage, breathing out wide to the sides? Unwind your legs, unwind your arms, big breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, elbows bend out to the side, fingertips wide, hips press forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades back to press your heart to the sky. Then rock your weight back into your heels, leaning back and ensure to feel your abs engage. Start to straighten out your body, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale to your half lift, pull your shoulder blades back, draw your heart forward. Exhale, round in, fold in, forehead towards your shins, tuck your belly towards your hips. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Downward facing dog, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down with control. Anchor your feet, squeeze your legs together, lift your chest. Exhale and lower. Take your hands wide, fingertips down, elbows stack right above your wrists. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, twist towards your right, hold here. The left shoulder head is drawing down towards the floor. Right shoulder blade is hugging onto your back body. Then as you find that twist through your shoulders, lift your chest a little higher. Draw your gaze over that right elbow, looking back behind you. Re-engage your legs, press your feet down, press your hips and your pubic bone down. Inhale, lift your chest up 1 more inch. Exhale, hold your twist. Draw that left shoulder head down. Inhale, back through center, lift up, untwist. Exhale towards your left. Dip your right shoulder head down towards the floor. Hug the left shoulder blade onto your back towards your spine, towards the mid-back. Look over that left elbow, rotating all the way through your neck. Re-engage your legs. Press your hips down. Lift through your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind, lift through center. With your breath, exhale, twist towards your right. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, up through center, lift up. Exhale, twist to your left. Dip the right shoulder. Good. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale, lift. And twisting left. Inhale, back up, look forward. And pull yourself all the way down to the mat. Hands plant underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, push up, breathe in. Push back, down dog, hips up and back. Look forward between your hands, bend your knees, step forward, float forward, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold and round in, forehead towards your shins. Bend your knees, root to rise, arms wide, stand all the way up. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Inhale, arms circle up again. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your elbows wide, fingertips wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another, sternum presses high. Glutes engage, hips forward. Rock your weight back to your heels, your whole body leaning back in space. Begin to straighten back out, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. So finding your low lunge on the right side or your runner's lunge. Allow this to be really long. Almost the sensation of splits as your thighs separate, that left inner thigh drawing back towards your left heel. Making sure that right knee is above your right heel. So shifting the right foot forward or back as necessary. And can you let your hips settle down a little closer to the earth and root into your right heel strongly until you feel that activation to your right hip socket. Lengthen through your neck, relax the shoulders. And gently drill that left knee down to the floor, untuck your left toes. Take a pause here. As you hold this shape, squeeze your left knee and your right heel towards one another. So almost like you're hugging up your legs on the mat. I'm going to keep that draw of your left knee and your right heel towards one another as you start to draw your arms up towards the sky. Lift your arms up. Keeping that engagement between your legs. Squeeze into your left glute. Press your hips forward towards your right heel. Arms lift, active all the way through your fingertips. Draw your gaze up towards the sky. Take your hands to heart center
And lean forward a few inches, bringing your torso closer to the floor towards your right knee. And then hold this space. Start to twist towards your right. Rotating through your spine. As you twist to the right, that left elbow may be floating in the air, or you may decide to hook it towards the outside of your right knee. If you take that hook towards the outside of the knee, press the right palm firmly to the left to lift your chest. Resist your knee back into your elbow, and then squeeze again wherever you are, that right heel and left knee towards one another. Can you draw your gaze over your right elbow, right shoulder? Begin to unwind. Take your hands back down, framing your front foot. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee, dial your left heel in and down. The back foot comes to a 45. Root through your front heel as you rise up. Warrior one, arms up. Exhale, settle to your warrior, bend into your front knee. Press firmly down through both feet. Feel that aliveness awaken up through your legs, and then lift up through your chest again. Draw your heart high and your gaze to the sky. Opening up to warrior two, bring your arms to parallel. Allow your hips to open up towards the long edge of your mat, but keep your right knee going wide to the right. Anchor down into that right heel so strongly you feel that right glute fire and lift underneath your spine. Begin to reach forward through your right hand, lengthening forward. Reach as much as you can, and then drop your right elbow to your thigh, your left hand onto your hip. And so we can stay right here as you start to stack your shoulders and rotate your heart up. Rotating through your spine as you stay stable through your legs. If you like a little more, you can stick the left arm overhead, your bicep with your ear, your palm facing the floor. You can also let that right arm float and reach it down towards your right heel, right ankle. Wherever you are, keep rotating your heart and your chest up. Breathe deep, pull your belly back in. Bring your arms back to parallel. Lift yourself back to warrior two. Straighten out your front leg. Hands can lower to your hips. Rotate the right toes in. So now we're coming long ways on our mat. Heels are in one line, and the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Then begin to bend into your left knee. You can turn the left toes out just gently, keeping the toes trekking in line with your knee. And then begin to hinge forward, shifting your hips back in space. So you can think chair pose here, like you're trying to sit back into something that's too far behind you. You keep reaching your hips back in space. Both heels are grounded. Hands dangle down now, arms towards the floor. And continuing to hinge at your hips until the fingertips can come down in your side lunge. You're strong through the left leg, keeping that left knee wide, opening the groin as the hips shift back in space. Spine parallel to the floor, you can stay here, or you can continue to sink your hips down towards the left heel. Maybe the right toes pop up. Focus on anchoring through that left heel. So we're focused on opening this left side, grounding through the left heel, even if we don't come all the way down. So we're strengthening those outer hip muscles that support the low back all day long. Wherever you are, lengthen through your spine, lift through your chest, breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale breath. Hold, exhale. Walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat, towards the right foot. Framing your right foot, low lunge, right leg. And walk your left foot in a few inches, bringing that left foot up. And take your right hand to the right top corner of your mat. Lift your left leg to the sky, left hand to your left hip, half moon. Start to stack your left hip over your right, stack your left shoulder over your right. Left arm can reach up to the sky. You can use that lift
to come lighter onto your right fingertips or to float your right hand from the floor. Try to lift your right ribs towards your left ribs. Firm your lifted leg. Start to step your feet side by side. Circle your arms up, chair pose. Sit into your chair, breathe out. Big toes touching. Maybe you have a little space between your heels. Squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. Accentuating this natural curve of your spine. Keep your chest lifted and your body upright as you bend into your knees. Start to straighten out your legs. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round and forehead towards your shins. Plant your hands. Step your feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, high plank. Shift your weight forward. Strengthen through your legs. All the way down. Bend your elbows. Inhale, baby cobra. Anchor your feet. Lift your heart. Exhale, slow lower. Tuck your toes, press up. Find your plank. Down dog, hips up and back. 3 deep breaths. Looking forward between your hands. Bend your knees. Step forward, top of your mat. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees, root to rise, arms wide, stand up. Cactus your arms, bend your elbows wide, hips forward, heart lifts. Breathe in, straighten out, stand up. Exhale, fold forward, come all the way down and step your right foot back. So low lunge now on the left side. And left leg is forward, right leg back. Your feet stay about hip width distance. So just notice you have the tendency to step your right foot way wide towards that right edge of your mat, or if you're hugging the center line, can you keep your feet about hip width and then sink through your hips and feel this sensation of split. So the legs going in opposite directions, the hips rotating in opposite directions. Find this strength through your left hip by anchoring into that left heel, almost stomping into the floor. And then can you find space through your neck? Draw your shoulders back. Lift the front of your throat towards the back of your throat. And gently lower that right knee down. Untuck your right toes. Pause here. And find the engagement between your legs, squeezing your left heel and your right knee towards one another. Finding that communication along your inner thighs. And keeping that sensation as your arms come up, half warrior. Squeeze into your right buttock to open that right hip and then push your hips forward to help get out of your low back. Lift, lift, lift through your rib cage. Can you drop this left outer hip crease down? Lift up stronger through the right side. Bring your hands to heart center. Begin to hinge forward, bringing your chest down closer to the floor, just by a few inches, and then rotate towards the left. So you can hold just as you are. You don't have to rotate any further here, and focus on keeping a straight spine, rotating from your core, finding that stability and strength through your legs. Or you can begin to hook your right elbow towards the outside of your left knee, press the left palm down into your right to help you lift and twist through your chest. Squeeze back into that right buttock and then squeeze the heels, the left heel, towards the right knee. Looking over your left elbow or left shoulder, breathe in, breathe out. Begin to unwind. Take your hands down, frame your front foot, tuck your right toes, lift the right knee. Dial that back heel in and down. Back foot comes to a 45. Arms circle up, warrior one. Strong warrior pose. Press that left shin forward. Anchor down into your feet. Press through both feet. Feel that adjustment in your hips. Reach that right armpit forward and up. Opening up to warrior two. Torso opens to the right, arms to parallel. As your hips open towards the long edge of your mat, press that left knee wide again and anchor through your left heel. Feel the left glute supporting your spine through this action. Then look forward, reach forward through your left hand, your whole torso moving forward in space. And then drop that left elbow down to your left thigh, right hand can come to your hip. Keep pressing through your left heel. As you start to stack your shoulders, draw your gaze up. You can stay right here or circle that right arm overhead. Bicep with your ear, lengthening from your right heel all the way through your right fingertips. Left arm can float down towards the floor. 2 full breaths. Bring your arms back to parallel, lifting up, straightening out your front leg. Hands can lower down to your hips. Rotate your left foot in, turning towards the right or the long edge of your mat. Right toes can rotate gently out as you bend into your right knee. Side lunging towards the back of your mat. Good. I'm going to turn around here so I'm facing you all. Well, we're lunging towards the right leg. And then send your hips back in space, leaning your hips back, lowering your torso down, getting your spine close to parallel with the floor. Hands hang down, arms hanging underneath your shoulders till the fingertips touch down. Keep sending that right knee wide, strengthening the outer hip as you anchor to that right heel. Maybe you go a little lower, but try to keep that right heel firmly rooted. Wherever you are, lift your chest, find your breath. Noting where you feel sensation, stay with your engagement. Start to walk your hands back towards the top of your mat, framing through your left foot. And low lunge to your left leg. And bring your right foot up just a few inches. Take your left hand off to the left top corner of your mat. Lift the right leg up into the air, taking your right hand onto your hip for half moon. Start to roll your right hip over your left, kicking through that right heel. You can reach your right arm up to the sky and use that reach to help get lighter through your left fingertips. Engage through your core, lift your left ribs toward your right ribs. Draw your low belly in. Use it to help stack that right hip over left. Find a focal spot for your gaze. Challenge your balance. Good, finding the edge. And then step your feet together, bend your knees, chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, settle into your chair, breathe out. Squeeze your legs together, let your waist relax. Feel the sensation of your hips dropping towards the earth as you lift your heart up, lengthening your low back. Breathe in, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your heels up from the floor. Start to drop your hips down towards your heels. Toe stand. You can stay here with your heels up and your hands down. You can use a wall or support beside you, or you can stack your shoulders right over your hips, bringing your hands to heart center.
And wherever you are, can you lower your heels before you lower your hips? So arms reach forward. Start to drop your heels down. Then lowering your hips down as gracefully as you can. Good, nice work. And we'll begin to lie back. So slowly roll onto your back. You're going to come all the way down. Walk your heels in towards your buttocks. Let's actually take a little windshield wiper through the legs first. So bring your feet wider, the width of your mat, and then rock your knees side to side. Just loosening through your low back. And then stabilizing with bridge pose. We'll bring the knees back up towards the sky. Feet planted to the floor, heels tight towards your buttocks. Hands come down by your side, tuck your shoulder blades underneath, and then anchor down through your arms, start to lift through your hips. Root through your heels, root through your shoulders. Keep your knees tracking in line with your hip bones. Noticing that the knees don't flare too wide. Relax your neck, your jaw, your eyebrows. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly start to roll your spine back to the mat. Coming all the way down, and take your left ankle to the top of your right knee. So figure 4 through the legs. We're going to hold this shape for a moment and flex the left foot, helping to protect that left knee joint. Hands down by your sides, shoulder blades rock back towards one another. Root through the right heel and lift your hip up. Figure 4 bridge. So if you're to look down across your belly, you're going to notice that your hips are level. That left hip will tend to sag down. Keep that left hip lifting up. Root strongly through your right heel. Feel the right glute engage. As your left hip is lifting, gently draw the left knee down towards the floor in the opposite direction, opening your hip. Strengthening through that right side, re-anchor to the right heel. Lift a little higher. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly start to roll your spine back to the mat. Hips down. Hold the shape of your legs. Start to draw your right knee in towards your chest, coming into supine figure 4 or pigeon pose. You can grab onto the left shin, just taking your hands onto the shin and flexing the left foot still. Or you can interlace your hands behind that right thigh, holding onto the back or the front of your right knee. Wherever you are, try to relax your head back and pull your throat in. Bend your elbows enough that your shoulder blades can hug back towards the floor. Notice if you lean to one side or another, try to stay centered. Finding sensation, stay with it. Inhale. Full exhale. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhaling, expanding through your chest. Exhale, hug your shoulder blades back. More of your spine meeting the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then keep the shape of your legs as you release the right knee. And then grab onto your left shin with your right hand. The right hand grabs the left shin. And start to lower your legs down towards the right, keeping their shape. So left foot will touch down to the floor. Right knee and right leg will lay all the way down. You're holding onto your left shin so the leg stays where it is and doesn't move away from you. And then extend the left arm out towards the left. Try to soften this left outer hip back towards the center of your mat. Shoulder blades sinking towards the earth. Twisting through your spine, but focusing mostly on this stretch from the outside of your left knee to your left buttock, on the outside of your left hip. Lengthening through the IT band on the left side. Maybe feeling that stretch even into the inner hip flexor as you soften the left hip back towards the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. And start to unwind, come back towards center. Stack your left leg entirely over your right. So now there's no space between your thighs, just like eagle wrap through your legs. Then breathe in, reach your arms wide to the side. Exhale, left arm under right, eagle wrap through your arms. So left arm under right, crossing at elbows, maybe wrists, just like we did when we were standing, but now we're on our back. Relax the shoulder blades down, and then press your forearms gently up. Pull your elbows down 1 inch towards your chest. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull your knees in towards your chest and lift your forehead towards your forearms. Elbows towards your knees, round in, lifting your shoulders up. Knees towards your elbows, elbows towards your knees. And then offset your elbows 2 inches towards the left, looking to the outside of your left thigh. 2 breaths. Relax your head back down. Take your arms wide into a T and lower your knees over towards the right side. 2 breaths here. If there's too much compression on your hips with your legs crossed, you can uncross your legs, just allowing your left leg to lay on top of your right. Breathe in, expand through your belly. Exhale, twist into your core. Start to unwind. Come back to center. Hands down by your side, straighten out your spine. And take your right ankle to the top of your left knee, flexing your right foot, figure 4 shape through your legs. Root the shoulders, press down through your elbows, and then root into the left heel. As you lift your hips up, find that figure 4 bridge. Right foot is flexed. Right hip is lifting, right knee is drawing gently down back towards the floor. Feeling the right hip lift and the right knee lower, opening that hip with strength as you root into the left heel. Feel that left glute fire, squeeze the left glute, lift your hips up, breathe in, breathe out. Good, 1 more deep breath here. Lengthen the left knee forward, lift your hips. Slow, lower, roll your spine back down to your mat. Good, hips settle. Take a moment here. And then begin to pull your left knee in towards your chest. You can grab onto the top of the right shin. You can grab behind your left knee or over the top of your knee. Bend your elbows to soften your shoulders. Relax your head back. Work to get more of your spine softened against your mat. You can use the right elbow to gently guide that right thigh wider. Notice if you rock towards one side of your hips or the other. Can you keep yourself at center, feeling equally weighted across your sacrum? Keep the legs as they are. Release the grip onto your left knee. And then take your left hand, grab onto the front of your right shin. Start to lower your knees down towards the left, keeping their shape. Right foot plants to the floor. Left leg relaxes to the floor. Right arm extends towards the right side. Softening that right outer hip. As if the right hip was going to drop back to the center of the mat. So that right hip will stay lifted in this position, but you're feeling the sensation that it's hanging back towards the earth. Finding sensation, allowing your body to experience all those sensations your body offers. And you breathe in and breathe out, relaxing here. And then start to rock yourself back to center. Close the right leg over the left. So now there's no space between your thighs. Eagle wrapped through your legs, arms wide, breathe in. Exhale, right arm under left. Wrapping it around baby wrists. Pulling your belly in, lift your knees towards your chest. Lift your forehead, hug your shoulders up from the mat, elbows towards your knees towards your elbows. Squeeze in, press your lower back down, offset to your elbows 2 inches to the right. Hold here, 2 breaths. Relax your head back down, take your arms wide, flip your knees over towards the left side, spinal twist. You can always uncross the legs, deep breath here in, expand through your core. Exhale, twist your right ribs, seeking the earth. And begin to unwind, come back through center. Straightening out your body, extend your left leg, extend your right leg. Take your arms down by your sides, palms up. Big breath in, let your belly rise. Exhale, belly falls to the spine. And inhale, feel your heart and your chest rise up. Exhale and soften. Breathing in as if down into your toes and out of your toes. Breathing towards your fingertips and out of your fingertips. Letting your legs soften, your hips sink, your shoulders roll down and back. All the tension melting from your face. Your jaw slacks in. Your tongue drops to the back roof of your mouth. And your eyes roll to the back of your head. And you feel your breath circling your body. A gentle embrace of gravity beneath you. And staying here as long as you like. You're beginning to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Taking some larger movements. Bending one knee and the other. Rolling to your left or right side, taking a pause and a breath. Feeling free to stay as you are, or guiding yourself to an easy seated pose. Bringing your hands towards heart center, breathing in. Exhale, bowing the head to the heart. Honoring this moment, your journey, our practice together. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Namaste. Thank you.